The Roloff family has faced countless ups and downs over the years, but nothing could prepare fans for this. Leaked reports are spreading like wildfire, claiming that Matt Roloff has been jailed for 5 months. Caryn Chandler is accused of stealing over $750,000, and Amy Roloff is allegedly heading toward another heartbreaking divorce. Yes, you heard that right. The once tight-knit, little people, big world family appears to be unraveling in ways no one could have ever imagined. What's really happening behind the cameras of Little People, Big World? How did the Roloff empire spiral into such chaos? And what role does each family member play in this shocking storm of scandal, betrayal, and heartbreak? Over nearly 2 decades on television, the Roloffs have built a legacy that inspired millions. Fans watched as they balanced love, faith, family, and fame, all while proving that little people can achieve big dreams. From the charm of Roloff Farms to weddings, births, and family reunions, it seemed like their story was one of success and resilience. But as history shows, fame has a way of revealing cracks beneath even the strongest foundations. Behind the smiles, behind the pumpkin patch, and behind those heartwarming TLC episodes, there have always been whispers of tension, jealousy, and betrayal. And now, this latest leak might be the breaking point that changes everything fans thought they knew about the Roloffs. The internet is ablaze with questions. Is Matt really behind bars? Did Caryn actually steal hundreds of thousands? And is Amy's marriage truly falling apart again? As the truth begins to surface, fans are bracing for answers that could shatter the family's wholesome image forever. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain piece by piece. First, we'll uncover the shocking details behind Matt Roloff's alleged jail time and what insiders say really happened. Then, we'll dig deep into Caryn Chandler's reported $750,000 scandal, tracing where the money went and how it all came to light. And finally, we'll explore Amy Roloff's rumored divorce, the emotional truth behind her struggles, and how it might connect to the chaos surrounding her ex and his fiancée. Get ready, because by the end of this, you'll see the Roloff family like never before. This is not just another reality TV drama. This is the leak that's shaking Little People, Big World to its core. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. For years, Matt Roloff has stood as the unshakable pillar of Little People, Big World, the visionary farmer, the proud father, and the face of perseverance. But the latest wave of shocking allegations has left fans speechless. According to circulating leaks, Matt's dream of running Roloff Farms may have spiraled into a nightmare, one that ended not with celebration, but with handcuffs and legal chaos. The whispers began quietly, vague mentions of financial inconsistencies and property-related disputes. But soon, the rumors exploded into full-blown online speculation. Allegedly, Matt found himself entangled in a serious legal battle involving farm ownership documents, unpaid contractors, and disputed property transfers. Insiders claimed that years of tension over who truly controlled Roloff Farms, especially after the fallout with his sons Zach and Jeremy, had finally boiled over into a full-blown legal crisis. Those closest to the situation said the dispute wasn't just about money. It was about control, pride, and legacy, 3 words that have followed Matt for decades. His determination to keep Roloff Farms under his sole management reportedly clashed with new financial regulations and mounting debts from development projects. Fans online began piecing together clues, canceled events, strange absences from social media, and whispers from local Oregon news blogs hinting that Matt may have been taken into custody after a heated confrontation related to a business deal gone wrong. One particularly viral Reddit thread claimed that Matt's alleged arrest stemmed from a violation connected to property tax disputes and unlicensed construction activity. The thread, which quickly gained thousands of comments, painted a picture of a man whose ambitions might have finally caught up with him. "He's always been about the grind," one user wrote, "but maybe this time he pushed too far." When word spread that Matt had supposedly served 5 months behind bars, fans were in disbelief. Could the man who had built a family empire really have fallen this far? On Facebook and Instagram, longtime LPBW viewers flooded comment sections with heartbreak and confusion. Some refused to believe the rumors, defending Matt as a misunderstood entrepreneur. Others expressed disappointment, saying that his ambition had blinded him to what truly mattered, his family. One emotional fan wrote, "If this is true, it's beyond sad. Matt gave us hope for years. I can't believe he could be in jail over the very farm he loved so much." Another added, "This explains so much: his distance from the kids, the weird energy in his interviews, and that tense silence around the farm sale. Something been off for months." The alleged arrest also reignited deep family wounds. According to several reports, tensions between Matt and his sons, Zach and Jeremy, intensified during this period. Both had already struggled with their father's handling of the farm negotiations, and the news of Matt's supposed incarceration reportedly made reconciliation even harder. Some fans believe Zach found out through leaked online reports rather than directly from Matt, a revelation that allegedly left him furious and humiliated. Behind the scenes, production sources claimed that TLC crews had been instructed to pause filming temporarily while Matt's legal situation was resolved. The sudden break only fueled the fire, with fans speculating that the network was trying to quietly handle the fallout before it became public. Even more surprising were the rumors of a hidden court case involving Matt's business holdings. Court documents that allegedly surfaced online hinted at disputes over missing farm funds and unfulfilled land development contracts. Whether these documents were genuine or fabricated remains unclear, but the online frenzy they caused was undeniable. Social media sleuths tied the alleged legal trouble to Roloff Farms' partial sale, suggesting that the timing of Matt's supposed arrest aligned with the farm's stalled real estate listing. Many fans began connecting dots, asking, was this why the farm's sale suddenly went quiet? Was Matt's legal status interfering with the transaction? Some even theorized that Caryn Chandler, Matt's longtime partner, may have been unknowingly caught in the middle. Several fans speculated that Caryn had tried to keep the situation under wraps, protecting both Matt's public image and their financial interests. Others, however, accused her of knowing more than she let on, particularly after rumors surfaced of a $750,000 withdrawal linked to farm maintenance budgets that allegedly went missing months before the scandal broke. The emotional impact on the Roloff family was reportedly devastating. Amy Roloff, Matt's ex-wife, was said to be heartbroken but unsurprised, privately telling friends that Matt's stubbornness might have finally led him to ruin. Fans also noticed that Amy's social media posts around this time took a noticeably reflective tone, full of comments about learning from the past and finding peace in forgiveness. Zach and Tori, meanwhile, reportedly distanced themselves completely, focusing instead on their own family life and YouTube content. Their fans noticed a sharp shift in tone, more private moments, less talk about the farm, and a clear avoidance of match-related discussions. Jeremy and Audrey, too, remained silent, perhaps a sign of how fractured the Roloff legacy had become. As these allegations spread, the fandom split into two camps. One side argued that the entire story was overblown, a product of online exaggeration and twisted facts. The other side insisted that there was too much smoke for there not to be fire. Reddit threads, YouTube channels, and fan pages all exploded with theories about what really happened, from secret settlements to hush agreements with former contractors. By the time the dust began to settle, the so-called Roloff jail scandal had already cemented itself as one of the most dramatic controversies in Little People, Big World history. Whether or not every claim was true almost didn't matter, because the damage to Matt's public image was undeniable. The man once celebrated for his optimism and creativity was now viewed by many as a fallen patriarch, consumed by the very empire he built. It's tragic, really. Matt spent his life fighting to prove that being little didn't mean being limited, but maybe the real limitation was his pride. Still, even in the midst of this storm, a small group of loyal supporters refused to give up on him. They pointed out that Matt had always bounced back from setbacks, health challenges, family feuds, and endless controversies. If anyone can rebuild, one fan wrote, it's Matt Roloff. But this time, he's going to need more than hard work, he's going to need forgiveness. As the family remained silent and TLC kept its official statements vague, the internet continued to buzz with speculation. Was Matt truly behind bars for 5 months, or was the story blown out of proportion? Did the farm's financial issues lead to his downfall, or were they merely a symptom of deeper emotional fractures within the Roloff clan? One thing was certain. This scandal had forever changed how fans saw the patriarch of Roloff Farms. The man who once symbolized hope and hard work was now at the center of one of reality TV's most shocking alleged scandals, a story that blurred the line between ambition and obsession and left everyone asking, how did it all go so wrong? When news broke about Caryn Chandler's alleged involvement in a $750,000 financial scandal, the Roloff fandom erupted. The once supportive partner who stood faithfully beside Matt Roloff through the highs and lows of farm life and family chaos now found herself at the center of a growing storm. According to circulating leaks and insider whispers, Caryn allegedly mismanaged, or in some versions outright stole, around $750,000 linked to business ventures surrounding Roloff Farms and side property investments. While no official documents have confirmed these claims, the story caught fire online, with fans dissecting every clue and old interview for signs of something deeper brewing behind the scenes. Sources close to the Roloff circle suggest that financial decisions made under Caryn's oversight may have gone disastrously wrong, resulting in missing funds, unaccounted transactions, and strained trust within the family. Some insiders allege that a few of those deals were intended to help expand the farm's tourism income, while others think the money may have been tied to off-screen business partnerships Caryn and Matt were exploring privately. Whatever the truth, the speculation alone was enough to ignite outrage among little people, big world fans. Social media lit up overnight, Reddit threads exploded, Facebook fan pages turned chaotic, and longtime followers began to take sides. One half of the fanbase passionately defended Caryn, calling her a victim of false rumors and online hate. To them, she's always been a supportive figure who helped Matt heal and find stability after his messy divorce from Amy. They argue that Caryn's only crime is being a strong woman in a spotlight full of judgment. But the other half wasn't as forgiving. Many have accused Caryn of being too controlling, too secretive, and too eager to benefit from Matt's success. Some fans dug up old footage from the show, clips where Caryn seemed to influence Matt's business decisions, or where Amy expressed discomfort about Caryn's presence on the farm and began connecting the dots. It didn't take long for conspiracy theories to take shape, that Caryn's handling of finances may have contributed to Matt's rumored legal issues, or even that the alleged missing money could be part of what landed him in hot water with authorities. Whether those connections are fair or not, the timing of the two controversies couldn't be more suspicious. And then came the emotional layer, the tension between Caryn and Amy Roloff, which has been simmering for years. Their strained relationship, once rooted in the awkward transition from coworkers to romantic rivals, now looked darker in light of this alleged financial chaos. Fans began to wonder if Amy's long-standing distrust of Caryn had some truth behind it. Was Amy's intuition right all along? Old interviews resurfaced, moments where Amy subtly expressed that she never felt comfortable with Caryn's involvement in family or business affairs. Now, those clips are being reanalyzed through a completely new lens. What once sounded like harmless post-divorce bitterness is now being treated as eerie foreshadowing. Even Caryn's past controversies, such as the fan backlash during her early relationship with Matt and reported behind-the-scenes drama with the production crew, have been reignited and magnified. Longtime viewers recall whispers of tension between Caryn and TLC producers, some allegedly unhappy with how she influenced Matt's storyline and control over farm-related filming. At the time, those claims were brushed off. But now, in the shadow of this $750K scandal, even her older disputes are being questioned again. Within the LPBW community, the scandal has also reshaped how fans view Caryn's motives. Was her love for Matt ever purely romantic, or was it strategic, a way to gain influence, access, and financial control over the Roloff empire? This growing doubt has been painful for fans who once saw Caryn as the steady hand helping Matt move forward after his divorce. Over time, though, her reputation has shifted from sympathetic partner to potential manipulator. Some fans even speculate that Caryn's influence may have isolated Matt from his children, particularly Zach and Jeremy, deepening the divide between them and their father. The financial chaos in this theory is just one symptom of a much bigger control issue, a power struggle that has been quietly tearing the Roloff family apart. Meanwhile, others believe Caryn is simply caught in the crossfire, unfairly targeted because of her proximity to Matt's fame and fortune. They argue that being the girlfriend after a divorce made her an easy scapegoat for anything that goes wrong. Still, the optics are bad. Reports claim that Caryn has been keeping a lower profile recently, avoiding public appearances and declining interviews. Even on social media, her tone has changed: fewer family photos, fewer cheerful posts, and more cautious, carefully worded captions. It feels like someone who's trying to control the narrative or hide from it. If these allegations hold any truth, the fallout could be enormous, not just for Caryn and Matt, but for the entire Roloff brand. Financial misconduct linked to the farm could affect future business deals, brand partnerships, and possibly even TLC's willingness to continue with the show. But even if none of this turns out to be true, the damage is already done in the court of public opinion. Caryn Chandler's name, once associated with love, renewal, and second chances, now carries a shadow of scandal and mistrust. Fans who once rooted for her are now unsure. Was Caryn the victim of a smear campaign, or the mastermind behind one of the most shocking betrayals in Roloff history? Either way, this controversy has left the LPBW fanbase deeply divided, and it's clear that the fallout from Caryn's $750 case scandal has only just begun. As the chaos unfolds around the Roloff family, Amy Roloff is once again caught in the storm. Reports of a possible divorce from Chris Merrick have surfaced, and for longtime Little People, Big World fans, this news has struck an emotional chord. After everything Amy has endured, from the heartbreak of her first marriage to rebuilding her life with newfound love, the idea that she might be facing another painful ending feels almost unbearable. Many fans believe that the unending Roloff drama, particularly the chaos surrounding Matt's alleged jail situation and Caryn's rumored $750 case scandal, may have taken a devastating toll on Amy's personal life. Sources close to the family hint that the stress, constant attention, and emotional strain of being tied to the Roloff farm have weighed heavily on her marriage to Chris. Amy has always been the heart of this family, one fan wrote on social media. She's been through so much, she deserves peace, not more heartbreak. Over the past few months, Amy's Instagram posts have taken on a noticeably somber tone. While she continues to share moments from her kitchen, motivational quotes, and small glimpses of her daily life, fans can't help but notice the subtle sadness behind her smiles. Gone are the long, cheerful posts about her wonderful husband or their cozy weekend getaways. Instead, her captions have leaned toward self-reflection, independence, and strength, often using words like moving forward, healing, and finding myself again. Some fans have even pointed to recent absences of Chris Merrick from Amy's social media as a silent signal that things might not be okay. For years, Chris was a regular presence in photos, videos, and heartfelt captions. But now he's rarely mentioned, and when fans ask about him in the comments, Amy often avoids replying. "We used to see Amy and Chris doing everything together, from cooking to road trips," another follower commented. "Now it's just Amy alone in her kitchen. Something feels off." Behind the scenes, reports suggest that disagreements over the Roloff farm have been one of the major sources of tension. Amy's connection to the property remains emotional and complicated. It's where she raised her family, faced her divorce from Matt, and later married Chris. For her, the farm represents both history and healing. But for Chris, some insiders say it's been a constant reminder of Amy's past and a symbol of conflict that never seems to fade. According to speculation, Chris wanted to create a life free from the Roloff legacy, focusing on new adventures, travel, and quiet living. Amy, on the other hand, has stayed emotionally tied to the family's drama, appearing in episodes, interacting with fans about Matt and Caryn, and even revisiting the farm for events. Over time, that divide may have widened. "They're just very different people," one insider claimed. Amy has a deep emotional connection to her past, while Chris wanted to start completely fresh. Eventually, that tension caught up with them. Despite the rumors, Amy has handled the speculation with grace and dignity. She hasn't confirmed or denied the reports, but her actions speak volumes. Her fans have noticed her leaning more on her close friends and family, particularly her kids, Molly and Jacob, and focusing on her cooking business, motivational speaking, and community events. The comments under her latest posts are flooded with messages of support and love. "Stay strong, Amy. You've inspired so many of us with your courage. You don't need anyone to define your happiness, you're enough. We're with you, Amy. You always rise, no matter how hard life gets." These heartfelt words show just how deeply fans connect with Amy's journey. For years, they've watched her rise from heartbreak, first after Matt's betrayal and now, possibly, after Chris's distance. Her story resonates because it's real. A woman learning to rediscover her worth and independence after years of being defined by her family and relationships. Amy has often spoken about her belief in faith, forgiveness, and growth. In one emotional post, she shared a quote that fans believe reflected her current mindset. "Sometimes you have to let go of what you thought your life would look like and trust that God has a better plan." For many, that line felt like a quiet confession, a sign that she's coming to terms with another difficult chapter. Emotionally, Amy's resilience continues to shine. Even through heartbreak, she's remained authentic, grounded, and transparent. Her cooking segments, while simple, now feel like therapeutic moments, a woman healing through what she loves. Her fans often say watching Amy bake or talk about recipes is like watching someone piece her life back together, one ingredient at a time. As one viewer commented, "Amy doesn't need to say much. You can feel everything she's going through just by watching her. Her silence says more than words." It's also worth noting that this alleged separation hasn't come out of nowhere. Over the past year, subtle cracks have appeared. On episodes of Little People, Big World, there were moments of visible tension between Amy and Chris, small disagreements about home projects, communication, and family dynamics. While they always managed to laugh things off on screen, fans could sense that the spark that once defined them wasn't quite the same. The mounting stress of the ongoing Roloff controversies, Matt's rumored arrest, Caryn's financial accusations, and the never-ending drama over the farm may have been the final straw. Amy, who has always been emotionally sensitive and loyal, might have found herself exhausted by trying to hold everyone together while still maintaining her own happiness. Some fans even speculate that Amy's return to independence may not be entirely tragic. After all, she's proven before that she can rise from the ashes stronger, wiser, and more confident than ever. For Amy, this could be a new beginning, a chance to define her happiness on her own terms. In her latest live session, Amy subtly hinted at this sentiment. "Life is unpredictable, but I've learned that even when things don't go as planned, you can still choose joy, you can still move forward." Her words, though calm and composed, carried the weight of someone who's walked through heartbreak and come out the other side more resilient. Fans continue to flood her comment sections with emotional responses. "Amy, you're an inspiration. Keep shining, you're stronger than you realize. You deserve peace and happiness no matter what happens." This outpouring of love shows that Amy has something few reality stars ever truly achieve, a genuine connection with her audience. They don't just watch her, they root for her. So as the Roloff family drama reaches a fever pitch, with Matt's legal troubles, Caryn's alleged scandal, and the farm hanging in limbo, Amy's quiet strength stands out. She may be facing yet another heartbreak, but she's not defined by it. Once again, Amy finds herself rebuilding, this time perhaps on her own. But if history is any indication, she'll do it with grace, courage, and that warm, resilient spirit that's made her a beloved figure for nearly 2 decades. Whether this truly marks the end of her marriage or simply another rough patch, one thing remains clear. Amy Roloff's story isn't over. It's just entering another chapter, one where she's learning to stand tall, alone, but unbroken, and once again proving that even through pain, there is always hope. As Amy navigates her emotional journey, the entire Roloff family continues to spiral in different directions, each facing their own reckoning. But while the fractures deepen, fans can't help but wonder, can the Roloffs ever find peace again? Or is this truly the breaking point for Little People, Big World? The air feels heavy after everything that's unfolded. Matt's alleged legal battle, Caryn's financial scandal, and Amy's heartbreaking divorce rumors. For longtime fans of Little People, Big World, this isn't just another wave of drama. It feels like a defining crossroads for a family that spent nearly 2 decades in the public eye. The Roloffs, once a symbol of unity and perseverance, are now grappling with questions that cut deeper than ever before. What happens when the dream starts to crack? When the image of perfection meets the harsh light of truth? At its core, this moment might just redefine Little People, Big World forever. The show that began as a story of inspiration and overcoming differences has now evolved into a tale of resilience under pressure, one that tests the strength of love, honesty, and forgiveness. Fans are left wondering if these wounds can ever truly heal, or if the damage is too deep to repair. Can the Roloffs find their way back to the values that made viewers fall in love with them in the first place? Or is this the final unraveling of a legacy that's been built for nearly 20 years? There's an undeniable uncertainty surrounding the Roloff name, the future of the farm, the family, and even the show itself. But maybe that's what makes their story so deeply human. It's a reminder that even when the spotlight fades and the cameras stop rolling, what really matters is the truth they choose to live by and the forgiveness they're willing to give each other. Perhaps redemption is still possible. Perhaps this storm will lead to healing, not destruction. As the dust settles over these shocking revelations, one thing is clear. The Roloffs are facing one of the hardest chapters of their lives. Whether the rumors prove true or not, this family's journey has reminded us all that fame, fortune, and family can collide in the most unexpected ways. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.